Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Here we are again to discuss the activity 4.2, which is the ISO of 14001 of 2015. Before we start, I request Ms. BUSLON to lead the prayer, followed by the policy and roles if you are entering the Zoom app. Ms. BUSLON?
Let us pray. Dear God, thank you for the opportunity to meet together. Please help us to come together to make this institution reflect your kingdom. Breathe life into our ideas and decisions. Help us build a team that has love and respect and heart. Give us the strength to continue working for your kingdom in this time of pandemic. Lord, come and give us inspiration to be the best we can be. May we be a shining example of your goodness and truth within wherever we are. Inspire our thoughts, discussions, and ideas, and continue to remind us that all that we do here today, all that we accomplish were to pursue of truth for the greater glory for you. We ask these things in Jesus' name, amen.
Online meeting etiquette. Be on time. Always dress appropriately. Mute your microphone when you are not speaking. Respect the speaker by listening attentively. If you have questions, use the chat box for the moderator to note it. Stay focused. Prepare for a backup plan. Speak at the normal level.
Okay, here we are again to discuss the activity point 42, which is the ISO of 14001 of 2015, which is, there are three aspects to be involved. So, first is the leadership and management, second is the effect of public policy, and the third is the effect to internationalization and globalization. So, before I start, I would like to introduce myself. I am GLENNIE CAYETUNA. So, my topic is all about the leadership and management toward the ISO of 14001 of 2015. So, why is it that ISO is very important of every organization? So, because it assesses the companies with a framework for better management. So, it control that can result of reducing the environmental impact. So, it is very important of every organization that that every organization connect to the ISO of 14001 of 2015 to standardize their organization. So I have some PowerPoint to be shared with the screen. So Giselle Buslan, Miss Giselle, kindly share the screen. Okay, leadership and management of the ISO of 14001 of 2015. So that's my topic. Can you next? Okay, I will discuss the difference between leadership and management of the ISO of 14001 of 2015. So, management is mostly about processes. Leadership is mostly about behavior. So, there are very different aspects of management and leadership. So, management relies heavily on tangible, measurable capabilities such as effective planning, the use of organizational system, and the use of appropriate communication methods. So, in management, they realize the heavily so tangible. So, they are more on cooperations, measurable capabilities such as effective planning. Mm. The use of organizational system. So the use of organizational system and the use of proper appropriate communication methods. So in management, they involve the appropriate communication methods, and the leadership is instead relies much more strongly on less tangible. So in leadership, they relies most strongly on less tangible, so they are not more on tangible measurable. So and less measurable things like trust, inspiration, attitude, decision making, and personal character. So these are all the necessary to motivate an organization to achieve its management system objectives. So in management, they are heavily on tangible measurable things. So in leadership, less tangible and less measurable things they apply. So they are really they are really different. So when we talk about management, so in management you have a big responsibility to do, because you aim to get your goal, or you aim to be effective in planning. And the use of organizational system is very difficult, because you have some techniques, you have some innovations to do when getting that organizational systems and the appropriate communication methods. So next screen, please, can we next the slide show. Okay, why leadership is important? Leadership is the ability to motivate groups of people towards a common goal. It's an important skill in today's business world. Without strong leadership, many otherwise good businesses fail. So, leadership is have a common goal to motivate their groups or people to achieve their goals. If you are a leader that you have a lack of participation, lack of innovation, of course your business will be failed. So many of the world's most respected leaders have several personality traits in common. So some of the most recognizable traits are the ability to initiate change and inspire a shared vision. So most respected leaders have the same personality traits in common. So some of the most recognizable traits are the ability to initiate change and inspire shared vision. So of course they are common to inspire to share their vision, of course, as well, because they are a leader. They are the one who make a vision towards a successful one. So as well as knowing how to encourage the heart and model the skills and behaviors that are necessary to achieve the stated objectives. So, good leaders must also be confident enough in themselves to enable others to contribute and succeed. So, if you are a good leader, you must also be confident to yourself to enable others to contribute and succeed. So you have a confidence to motivate your subordinates to achieve your visions. So next topic, please, will be discussed with Ms. Buslon. Proceed, Ms. Buslon.
So next is why management is important. ISO 14001 is known as a generic management system standard, meaning that is relevant to any organization seeking to improve and manage resources more effectively. This includes single site to large multinational companies. Second, high-risk companies to low-risk service organizations. Third, manufacturing, process, and the service industries, including local governments. Fourth, all industry sectors, including public and private sectors. So the management is very important for the effective result in the organization, especially to these four examples. Because without management, the organization will be feel. Same to the leadership. Without strong leadership, many otherwise good business is also fail. So next is the benefits of ISO 14001. ISO 14001 was developed primarily to assist companies with a framework for better management control that can result in reducing their environmental impacts. In addition to improvement in performance, organizations can reap a number of economic benefits including higher conformance with legislative and regulatory requirements by adopting the ISO standard, by minimizing the risk of regulatory and environmental liability fines and improving an organization's efficiency. Benefits can include a reduction in waste, consumptions of resources, and operating costs. So the benefits of ISO 14001 is to manage its importance that can help to grow the improvement of the organizations. So that's the benefits of ISO 14001 into the organization. So next is how ISO 14001 of 2015 helps an organizations is to achieve the intended outcomes of its environmental management system, which provide value for the environment, the organizations itself, and interested parties, consistent with the organization's environmental policy. The intended outcomes of the environmental management system include enhancement of environmental performance. Second is fulfillment of compliance obligations. Third is achievement of environmental objectives. So the ISO helps to enhance the environmental performance for the effective result of the organizations and organize the policy for the outcomes of the environmental management. So that's the leadership and management of the ISO 14001 of the 2015. So let's move to the other topic to be discussed by AISA PADINIT.
So good day everyone. So I'm AISA PADINIT. We will discuss about the ISO 14001 of 2015, its effect to public policy. And public policy is a set of principles stated as commitments in which top management outlines the intentions of the organization to support and enhance its environmental performance. The environmental policy enables the organization to set its environmental objectives, take actions to achieve the intended outcomes of the environmental management system, and achieve continual improvement. So the public policy is a management declaration of commitment to the environment. The policy should serve as the foundation for your EMS and provide a unifying vision of environmental concern by the entire organization. So there are three basic commitments for the environmental policy are specified in this international standard 2. A. Protect the environment. B is fulfill the organization's compliance obligations. C is continually improve the environmental management systems to enhance environmental performance.
Next is what is an public policy? The ISO 14001 public policy outlines the overall intentions and directions of how the company will relate to its effect on the environment. This statement needs to come from top management since it is a primary directive for how every individual in the company will perform their job in relation to environmental impact. This is where you display what commitments your company will make to controlling and improving. The policy needs to commitment all employees and they need to understand the part they have in its deployment. The policy must be documented and available externally. The environmental policy should include first a commitment to have the protection of the environment and prevention of pollution. Second, a commitment to fulfill its compliance obligations. And the third, a commitment to continually improve its environmental management system. The environmental impact that you make. The policy needs to be communicated to all employees and they need to understand the part they have in its deployment. The policy must be documented and available externally. The environmental policy should include a commitment to the protection of the environment, a commitment to fulfill its compliance obligations, a commitment to continually improve its environmental management system.
Thank you so much, Ms. Glennie. Hello and good afternoon, everyone. This is Mildred Simborio. It's nice to see you again. Our topic for today is all about international organization, standardization on its effect to globalization. Before we proceed to our main discussion about globalization, first we have to understand what is international organization standardization or ISO. It is an international non-governmental organization made up of national standard bodies. It also develops and publishes a wide range of proper industrial and commercial standard, and it's composed of representatives from various organizations. It is the need of international standardization. It creates a common technical language thread partner can use worldwide, such as providing a framework from the global market. In this case, they can open up access the new markets and promote a free trade and fair world trade. This is what IGO or International Government Organization do. To promote free trade are the dominant IGOs to have traditionally promote new liberal views of development based on adoption of free trade. The examples of dominant IGOs are World Bank, IMF, and WTO. The role of the international organisms in the globalization process by Dubru TC 1999. According to her, globalization can be seen as means or system of acceptance to global problems of mankind. These are the following global issues which are considered process for mankind. First, the food crisis and underdevelopment. Second, huge military expenses. Third, inflation and financial monetary crisis. Fourth, energy and raw materials. The last, rapid population growth and environmental degradation. Curtin 1995 explained that globalization does not work by itself, but through economical financial policies. These policies, as any objectives factors, can accurately reflect reality or may deviate from it. At this moment, we are going to tackle about the purpose of ISO. ISO is an independent yet non-governmental international organization that develops standards to ensure the quality, safety, and efficiency of products and systems. So that's all for today. I hope you learn and enjoy the discussion. Once again, good afternoon and thank you so much for bearing with me. This is Mildred Simborio from BPE 4C. Take care and God bless everyone.